Well, hey there, Leos. Medicine here, sending you love, light, and Reiki and passing along the message for the month of March. This is going to be a 12 card spread, 3 cards depicting each week. I will turn them over as we go by each week and interpret them for you as best as possible. And hopefully working together here between you and me and the spirits, we'll find some hidden gems here for you. I'm really looking forward to what this month of March, is going to be like for you. So let's begin. We get the Sun card in reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And we have the Empress in reverse. Okay, so this is going to be that time where things are going to seem like they're not making sense, where things that should be making logical sense at this time, they're not making logical sense. This is a time where we're probably using a little too much, well, I don't want to say intuition there, but what I will say is that we're probably not being as logical as we probably should be, where we're being a little too much into the other world in order for it to be as logical as it could be into this physical plane. So let me depict this out for you, okay? The other world it doesn't have any kind of organization. It's absolutely wild. It's untamed, and in that sense it is tamed, but it's very untamed, and it's not ran off of logic and rationale. It's ran more off of instinct. In this world, and with the Sun card is generally ran more off of logic and rationale, and the ability to compartmentalize everything and kind of understand that A plus B equals C and 1 plus 2 equals 3. Kind of that whole kind of thing going on is being able to make logical sense. And so with the Sun card in reverse, we're talking about a time where things aren't going to be making sense in the way that they should. It seems like you're trying to put things together to be the right way, and yet it's not happening the right way. You're not getting the right people on your team. You're not getting the right vices that you need in order to make this happen. It should be as simple as pie right now, and yet it's not that simple. So this is a time where probably there's some need for you to kind of go back. I'm hearing that there's some need for you to go back into the other world, go back into your intuition, go back into who you are, and kind of allow yourself to kind of rest and kind of recede back into who you are right now. It should be a time for you to be able to shine and shine bright and be a joyful time, but this sounds like a very sad time. It's a very sad time. Seems to be more of an inward time, or it seems that someone is holding their light away from the world. And then as we progress on, we get the Wheel of Fortune, and it seems that, things aren't happening in the way that they should be, perhaps because, something is missing. There's a key ingredient missing that is just not there with the Sun card. There's a key ingredient that's missing. Things aren't as joyous, or they're not as clear as they should be. So what is keeping your heart and your mind back from being clear to see things in a clear way, looking forward in your life right now? There's something that's keeping that there. There's some dense energies there that's that's holding you back, and it's causing some great misfortune in your life. And then we have the Empress card, who it seems to be, because it's saying that there's an unblocked ability to be able to build on things, be able to build things from the ground up. There's some tools missing there. There's some key ingredient there that's missing for you right now. There's some tools missing as we start the month of March off for you, Leos. There's some tools missing there. So figure out what those tools are for you. We get the King of Pentacles, and we get the Four of Cups, and we get the Magician card. So it seems that things kind of make a turn for the better as we get into the second week here. I want to say this is a great time for you. You began to be able to, whatever was missing, perhaps it backed you up enough to be able to get you going in the right direction. Because the next week comes up, you seem fine. You're able to manifest things just fine. You're able to carry through with your career, your work, your job, your skill, your talent, whatever it is that you share with the world, whatever it is that you share on a physical plane, your health, your wealth, your prosperity seems to be in alignment. You seem to be managing that pretty well in the second week. But it seems that you are, there are some relationships there which seem quite boring to you. There's some relationships or some dreams or aspirations there that seem quite boring to you, that you don't seem very interested in them. Right? So there's some things going on with that. And I'm wondering if that is what is causing this fluctuation in the week before, with the misfortunes that are happening, is you're being taken a step back, because now you're looking at this and you're realizing there's some aspirations and dreams or relationships, that I have no interest in them. I have more interest in these things, some of these things, but there's other things that I really don't have any interest there. And it's really saying it's a time to go back with the Magician card. It's really saying you're going to be finding yourself manifesting new things into your life that you really want. There's some things there that you're trying to kind of let go of and kind of trying to leave behind. And you're going to be manifesting things that you really want into your life now towards the end of the second week. In the third week, we get the moon. We get in reverse, we get the Page of Wands upright, and we get the Queen of Wands upright. So what I will say is that the beginning of the week is going to have some time of intuition for you, where it seems like you're going to be blocked from being able to tap into your intuitive side, your instincts, that intuitive side of yourself. You're going to be able to, it's going to be a hard time for you to tap into that other side of yourself. What comes out for me is things like, am I meditating? Am I taking time to journey? Am I taking time to dream? Our dreams going to be big and vibrant. We're going to have dreams are going to be kind of hard for you in the third week. Your dreams are not going to come through as clear to you within the third week. Your goals, the things that you aspire to be, I'm getting dreams, hopes here. I'm getting, my intuition is not as dead on as it should be. But the reason for that is because there seems to be some new energy that is here for you. There seems to be some new energy that's here for you right now. And Leos, you're pretty quick in how to manifest this new energy. There seems to be some new energy that's here for you right now. And there's going to be this time of experimentation. You're going to get some new vitality. You'll get some new energy. You'll get this new time of faith. You'll get this new vitality, this new life force, this new ambition, this new passion, this new desire that will come in for you in the third week. And it seems that you will be taking off from that pretty quickly with the Queen of Wands. It goes right from the Page of Wands, and you're transitioning from the Page into the Queen of Wands. So things are going to be happening rather quickly for you, because fire is your natural element. You're going to be able to tap into that source easily, with ease. It's not going to be very hard. You're going to easily tap into that source in the third week. And then in week 6, we get the Six of Pentacles in reverse. We get the Five of Pentacles upright. And we get the Knight of Wands upright. So this is a message with the Six of Pentacles not to squander your funds. That realize that you are giving out of your will right now, not your overflow, right? That whole idea of give from your overflow, not from your well. You don't want to give too much. It's great that you're being giving this time of year. It's a great time. It's springtime. It's a great time for being giving. Just check in with yourself and make sure that you have enough for you to sustain through life, because the Six of Pentacles in reverse is saying that you're really giving more than what you actually have to give. So you need to be very careful of that. Be very careful of giving more than what you actually have to give. Be very careful that you're not wasting your money and your material possessions away as we get towards the end of the month for you. Be very careful of that. You don't want to find yourself into too much debts. But it looks like what's going on in the story here is that the Six of Pentacles is saying, I'm wasting my money away, giving it all away, and perhaps because of it I'm being put out. I have no more worth left. You know, I've given all my possessions away. I've given all my worth and my possessions away. I have no more worth left, and therefore I'm being put out. And it seems to be okay, because the Knight of Wands comes up towards the end of the month for you here and says, we're going to embark on a new journey. So this is a great time for traveling out for you towards the end of the month. If you're talking about traveling out towards the end of March, I would definitely say, yes, it's a great time for traveling out for you towards the end of March. I would say that you're going to have some, I would say this is going to be a great time for a good vacation, you know, maybe a week or so, instead of just kind of an overall weekend. Although a weekend vacation is going to be fine too. But you're going to find yourself wanting to travel. It's a great time for traveling by car if you want to go on a road trip, by motor bicycle, by bus, by train. It's a great time for traveling on ground nonetheless, but not walking or not horseback riding per se, but it's definitely a good time for traveling by maybe horseback riding. If you have a horse, maybe there might be some horseback riding. But it's a great time for traveling by on ground, by fire. So things that take fuel, you know, fuel. So things like a car, a motorcycle, a bus, or a train. Great time for a road trip, or just to kind of get away and just go on a long trip somewhere. You kind of deserve it. You know, the Five of Pentacles is a time of transition where you are being let go of, where you're being outcasted, where you're being put out of an organization or a community. You know, you might find yourself being let go of a job. You might find yourself being put out of a home, kind of things like that. In the material sense, it's kind of a time where the material gains that you've had, there's going to be some of those material gains in this physical world that you're going to be let go of. And it seems to be working out for your good, for your own good, really, because it's causing you to kind of get out and allow yourself some time for yourself. Some time to kind of recollect yourself and figure everything out, because things tend to be shifting crazily throughout the month for you. You know, there's times where you're on, there's times where you're off, there's times where you feel like you got it, and there's times where you don't, such as the ebb and flow of life. And your financial situation is going to be shifting quite heavily for you in that as well. Taking some time for yourself is going to be a very good thing, because it's going to give you time to really tap into that other part of yourself and really balance yourself out, who you are. You know, fire signs, they are actually very intuitive. Their intuition is a lot more impulsive and is a lot more quick than a water sign. But they pretty much go off of that gut instinct. And so there's going to be some shift here happening, and it's just going to be a great time. There's going to be some things here happening. There's a lot of opposing energies on a major and minor scale that are happening for you here. And it seems to be a lot of reconfiguration, if you will. One thing about Leos is that they're a fixed sign, and so they have a hard time letting go of any one thing. And this is going to put you in a place where maybe you might be able to let go of that which is no longer serving you and kind of get yourself into a fresh new perspective. Well, let's see what the Oracle has to say about this. Heideke's door. Heideke's door. I love this little cute guy. Oh goodness, he popped up one time before it. It's absolutely, I love this little guy. Heideke's door. What does Heideke have to say? I'm really, really, really looking forward to sharing passages from Heideke with you. He says, I know you wish to reach out and yet you hold back. I know you feel drawn to knock on this door and to see whether it will be answered this time, and yet you fear so much. You fear that it will not be answered, that the answer or the face that appears beyond the door will not be to your liking, that if you enter, you may never return. I cannot put your fears to rest, for only you can do that, but I can tell you what I see. I see a spirit whose flame has flickered low, whose light is in danger of going out if it does not take the next step. For years you have passed this door, and many times you have found yourself here. You may even have knocked at the door only to flee like a terrified child before the door was opened to you. I say to you now, it is time. Reach out, knock at that door, and let what will be, be. So Heideke is a powerful wee Dragonfae who dwells much of the time in the east, with the fear of dragons that was prevalent so much in the west. He stayed away, servicing those who respected what he brought with him, the possibility for new beginnings, and a chance taken and delight found. Now the times are changing, and at last Heideke can spread his beautiful doorways between worlds into the west and even beyond. These doors are between seasons, between worlds, between night and day, and are of transitions and chances. He now wishes to bring to you the chance for good fortune, brought through brand new opportunities. His divinatory meetings say, nervous about a new chance, feeling as though your comfort zone is far better than the unknown, longing to travel and to change, yet unwilling to do anything about it. Procrastinations and old habits, keeping you from reaching out and accepting what is being offered. You are ready. It is simply nerves that are holding you back. Conditioned fears and internalized voices from the past. Reach out, take a hold of the handle, and be ready for the wonder of the unknown that lies beyond the door. The doors of perception are about to change forever. Working with Heideke says working with astral travel. Moving between dimensions, changing jobs, careers, applying for new positions, reaching out for new friendships, going out of your comfort zone and exploring what lies beyond where you have ever ventured before. Get ready for wonderful new opportunities, yes, tests and challenges, but how wondrous and adventurous and exciting life is about to become. You have nothing to fear except for fear of freezing your hand again. This time, knock on the door. Heideke will be with you and knows that you are about to enter a magical realm, utterly different to what you have been told and how you have imagined it to be. This is real magic. Well, Heideke, I couldn't have said it better myself. I hope those words resonate with you greatly. I really do. I'll be sure to post the divinatory messages of Heideke and how to work with Heideke in the description below. I'll more than likely be creating a monthly, a meta monthly for the angelic. Those of you who like to work with angels, I'll have an angel reading for you there. Those of you who like to work with power animals, I'll have a power animal reading. Those of you who like to work with the trees, I'll have a tree reading for you. Actually, these will be showing up here and there throughout the month for you. So just expect them. Just expect little guides and little messages to show up throughout the month through my daily messages from the trees, the angels, and the animals. But definitely work with Heideke. He's a very great creature to work with. And yeah. So, I love you to pieces, my dear Leos. And I absolutely hope that this information brings you many, many blessings. That the reconfiguration happening here for you is happening in a good way. And hold on tight. You know, knock on Heideke's door. Knock on that door that has been keeping you, that you've been afraid of knocking on. It's time to make that next step into your life. This is an exciting time for you, and that's what life is doing. Have you ever heard that saying before, that when I've been thinking things over and over again of how I wish my life can be versus how life is, the universe is going to create that for you to happen. But you have all these resistances towards why your life can't be that way. Yet the universe is going to pull some strings and make things happen. So this is a reading. This reading here is a great example of how that happens. The resistances that we as people put ourselves through. The universe ain't got time for all of that. The universe will come up, and if you aren't the one, if you are not the one making a decision for yourself, the universe will make a decision for you. And if the universe has to make a decision for you, all the pawns of your life right now are going to play to that, for good or for worse. So if that means that people have to put you out to finally push you in the direction that you need to be going, then that's what has to happen. But the universe is coming because it knows that your soul is ready to transition into a new world. So this might seem very scary for some of you, but please know that this is actually saying you are ready. And Heideke's door is ready. Meditate on Heideke's door. Knock on Heideke's door. Say you're ready. If you want, if you are someone that you don't want to have to deal with all the chaos of what's going on, figure out ways to take control of the situation, because understand it's going to be happening for you, whether you take charge of the situation and work with the flow of energy that's going on or not. You don't work with the flow of energy, you're gonna. This is what's going to happen. If you work with the flow of energy, you get past all your resistances and you have more faith in yourself. You're going to find yourself in a lot more better place than if you work against the flow. Work with the flow. Okay, well, that was awesome, and I love you all to pieces, and I look forward to working with you. I do monthly readings, I do daily readings, I do weekly readings. I hope that you're able to be a part of those. If not, no worries, stay tuned, and I will see you next monthly reading. Have a wonderful one. Blessings, love, light, and Reiki. Your Oracle Medicine, signing out. Ahomatakiwase.